me what is this answer? Yeah, tell me guys, how to perform pre-instantiation of singleton scope beans, guys? Yeah. By enabling lazy instantiation on singleton scope spring bean. By enabling lazy instantiation on singleton scope spring bean. Got it, guys? Yeah, this can be done. Yeah, tell me guys, at the rate lazy annotation. Lazy init is equal to true where, guys? In XML driven configurations, right boss? This is in XML. This is where? Annotation driven configurations. Where is this? In annotation driven configurations. Yeah, tell me here what is this? Bean ID com.nt.beans. Season finder. Okay, scope is equal to singleton. Or if no scope is specified, default scope is also that. Scope is equal to singleton. Next one. Lazy init is equal to. This is in XML driven configuration, Bravo. In XML driven configuration. XML driven configuration. Tell me next one. In annotation driven configurations. In annotation driven configuration. Yeah, we have to place at the rate. Tell me. Annotation driven configuration. At the rate component season. Next one, at the rate lazy. Public class season finder. End of. Public class season finder end of. Public class season finder end of it. I hope you are understanding my statement, guys. Yeah, this is bean ID now. This is bean ID, not logical name. This is bean ID only. Here is bean. Oh, 1 minute, 1 minute. I think here I have gone wrong. In XML, I have gone wrong. This should be class attribute, boss. This should be class attribute. It should be ID attribute. ID is equal to SF. ID is equal to SF. Perfect. Tell me this one. I have 10 spring beans. In that, I want to see 5 beans participating in pre-instantiation and another 5 spring beans not participating in pre-instantiation. Can you tell me what should I do? Can you tell me what should I do? Option 1. Answer only the answer. Okay, answer 1 you take. Take all 10 spring beans as singleton scope spring beans, singleton scope spring beans, but enable lazy instantiation on 5 spring beans. Enable lazy instantiation on 5 spring beans. And come on guys, and take all 10 spring beans in take all 10 spring beans having singleton scope spring beans, but enable lazy instantiation on 5 spring beans. 5 spring beans. And but enable on 5 spring beans and don't make lazy instantiation enabled spring beans as dependent spring beans to target spring beans. As dependent spring beans to target spring beans. I hope you are understanding my statement, guys. Don't make lazy instantiation enabled spring beans as dependent spring beans to target spring bean. As dependent spring beans to target spring bean. Are you comfortable, guys? Got the clarity, guys? Come on, I want reply. Comfortable, guys? Got the clarity, guys? I want reply, everyone. Comfortable or not? Are you understanding my statement here, guys? This is option number 1. Okay. Answer number 2. Either that or this. Answer number 2. Take Take 10 spring beans. Take what, guys? Take 10 spring beans. Take 10 spring beans having singleton scope. No. Take 5 spring beans having singleton scope. Spring beans. And take another 5 spring beans as prototype scope spring beans. But don't make prototype scope spring beans as the dependent spring beans to Target singleton scope spring beans. Target singleton scope spring beans. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Target singleton scope spring beans. Comfortable, guys? Understanding my statement? Okay. Any answer is fine. Anything you can find. Yeah, if dependent spring bean is prototype scope and pointing to target singleton scope spring bean, what happened? So in the process of support, pre-instantiation takes place or not? Okay, in the process of completing dependency injection, pre-instantiation takes place or not? Come on, my dear. Super. This is one important question, Prabhat. Super. Okay, now listen. Another question. What is the default bean ID for the spring bean? What is the default bean ID for the spring bean? Tell me. If no bean ID is given, what is the default bean ID? You want to find out that? Yeah, now listen. In XML driven configurations, the default bean ID is fully qualified class name #n. #n. First #0, then #1, then #2. If same class is configured as what? Spring bean for multiple times without bean ID, fully qualified class name #0, fully qualified class name #1, #2, #3, like. Everyone understanding my statement, guys? Got the clarity, my dear? Everyone understanding my statement, guys? Got the clarity, my dear? @auto void @qualifier. Now come here. Go to XML story. Yeah, where is that? Where is that? Spring bean auto wiring, dependency set injection, spring bean auto wiring. Okay, fine. Yes, boss. In XML, I have to configure calendar class as a spring bean. Did you notice that? I have configured calendar class as a spring bean. Suppose I have not given this bean ID. I have not given this bean ID. Guys, can you give me 2 minutes time? I got a call from office. Right, boss. Dot calendar. Factory method get instance. Factory method get instance. No bean ID here. Right, boss? Now come to client application. Come to client application. Okay, forget about all these results and find this one, boss. I'm putting what? Here is what? Calendar cal is equal to ctx dot get bean calendar. Okay. Now listen. Control plus shift plus. No bean ID, right? Fully qualified class name #0. First time no #0. Second time #n, right, boss? Okay, what is that? Java.util.calendar. First time na #0, comma, calendar.class. Calendar.class. Sysout calendar. Sysout calendar. What's happening? Output is coming, but it is not recognizing. Spell mistake, Rabab. Spell mistake. Auto void test. Yes, boss. We are getting Gregorian calendar class object now, boss. We are getting Gregorian calendar class object. Come on. We are getting Gregorian. Guys, everyone please observe. This is the bean ID I am trying to get. What is the default bean ID, guys? #0. Suppose if it is the first bean, only one bean with that class name, you can just give class name also. #0 is also optional. #0 also optional. Check it out. Still coming or not coming? Coming. Suppose I have taken two classes without bean ID. Two spring beans without bean ID with the same class name. Yeah, for this default bean ID is #0. For this default bean ID is #1. Fully qualified class name #0. Fully qualified class name #1. Right, boss? Super. Now tell me here. Copy this. This one. Done this, guys. Say paste. This is cal1. This is #0, right? It is going to be #1. #1. Got it? Auto wiring test. Now what's happening? Calendar.class. Acha, in other place we got auto wiring problem. Here injection problem has come. In target class we got injection problem. Are you understanding? Here we got injection problem. Let's solve that problem using @qualifier. Otherwise, let's solve that problem by keeping primary is equal to true. Primary is equal to true. For one thing. Right now, my focus is not on that, right? Tell me, boss. Tell me what happened. This is first bean. This is second. This is first bean. This is second bean. Both beans have come now. So they have got their own default bean ID. Super. Tell me, guys. In XML driven configurations. In XML driven configurations. The default bean ID is okay. Fully qualified class name. Fully qualified class name #n. #n. Okay. Now listen. In application copy this. Say paste. Okay. What is this? In client application. In client application. Tell me what is the default bean ID here? Bean ID is java dot util dot calendar #0. Java dot util dot calendar #1. Default bean ID is hash. So this is my calendar hash 0, guys. This is my hash. So, yeah, this is hash 0. This is this. Yeah, that means, array, that means there is a possibility of taking Spring Bean without bean ID. This is what I am trying to say. This is what I am trying to say. Now listen. In XML driven configuration, in XML driven configuration, we can take same Java class as okay, multiple Spring Beans with different bean IDs. Same Java class as multiple Spring Beans with different bean IDs. Yes or no, na boss? With a different bean ID. Tell me, the bean ID of Spring Bean must be unique within the IOC container. Must be unique within the IOC container. Convinced with me, guys? Got the clarity, my dear? Must be unique within the IOC container. Must and should be unique within the IOC container. Guys. Okay. Tell me, in annotation-driven environment, what is the default bean ID, guys? In annotation-driven environment, what is the default bean ID? Suppose I have just kept @ component. I have just kept @ component. Tell me, can I pass SF here? Can I pass SF there? No. Then what should I pass? In annotation-driven environment, the default bean ID is class name. Just class name, not fully qualified class name also. Just class name. Okay, first letter of the class name is lowercase letter. The first letter of the class name is lowercase letter. Are you understanding my statement, guys? The first, this is not for here. Season finder. Yes, small letter. Season finder, yes, small letter. Got it. Tell me, it is still working or not working? It is still identifying the Spring Bean or not? Yes, small letter. Season finder, first letter is lowercase letter. Season finder, first letter is lowercase letter. Season finder, first letter is lowercase letter. Comfortable, guys? Got the clarity, boss? In annotation-driven environment, in annotation-driven configuration, the default bean ID is class name. Default bean ID of Spring Bean is class name in annotation driven configuration. The default bean ID of Spring Bean is class. The default bean ID of Spring Bean is class. Understanding my statement, guys? In annotation driven configuration, the default bean ID of Spring Bean is class name. Okay. Tell me what is this? Without package. Without package name and first letter becomes lowercase. Lowercase letters. First cut letter becomes lowercase. First letter becomes lowercase letters. Okay. Let's see the example, guys. This is my class name, Season Finder. And boss, this is my Season Finder, guys. At the rate component, public class Season Finder. This is my Season Finder.java. Okay. Default bean ID. Season Finder. The default bean ID is Season Finder. In client application, here is the client. Copy this, say paste. Season Finder data class. Are you getting my point here, guys? Come on, Season Finder data. That's the default bean ID. Super. Next. All these are small discussions. All these are small discussions. What is the difference between setter injection and constructor injection? This is also one popular question, Raghav. Are you listening, class boss? Where is your concentration? One side setter injection. One side setter injection. Another side constructor injection. One side setter injection, another side constructor injection. Tell me what is there in setter injection, boss? What is there in setter injection? IOC container uses setter method for setter injection. Tell me, IOC container uses what, guys? Parameterized constructor. Parameterized constructor for constructor injection. Superna boss. Next, B. Parameterized constructor for constructor. Okay. Tell me, in XML driven configurations, we use property tag for setter injection. Okay. B. Okay. In XML driven configurations. We use, tell me, constructor -arg tags. We use constructor -arg tag for constructor injection. C. In annotation driven configurations. In annotation driven configurations, we place @auto wide annotation. @auto wide annotation on the top of setter method for setter injection. Got it now, boss? In annotation driven configuration, we place annotation on the top of parameterized constructor. For constructor injection. For constructor injection. This is also for what, guys? Setter injection. This is for what, guys? Setter injection. Got it, my dear? D. D. First of all, tell me, guys, which is faster? Setter injection is faster or constructor injection is faster? Injects the dependent class object to target class object bit slowly, because injects the dependent spring bean class object to target spring bean class object bit slowly, because tell me. Because what purpose? Because the injection takes place after creating target class object. Next, injects the dependent class object to target class object bit fastly, because the injection takes place along with come on, target class object creation. Injection takes place after creating target class object. Takes place. Super, guys. Next. E was. What is E? What is E? Hey, qualifier you need not to tell. Tell me. First tier, tell me, guys. Here, the IOC container creates first target class object target class object, then dependent class object. Why, sir? Array, it can happily create target class object first, then slowly calls the setter method. At that time, it look for dependent class object, right? At that time, it look for dependent class object. Are you understanding my statement, boss? Okay. Now tell me. Tell me, guys. Array, before creating target class object only, the IOC container has to keep dependent class object so that it can pass dependent class object as the argument value of target class object creation related constructor execution. Target class object creation related constructor execution. What do you say, boss? Convinced or not? Understood or not? I want reply. Understood or not? Convinced or not? I want reply from you people. Tell me. Creates dependent. Here the IOC container creates dependent class object first. Okay, first, and uses that object as the constructor argue value while creating target class object. Come on. Are you comfortable, guys? While creating target class. Superna, boss. Yeah, these are the differences. If someone asks differences between setter injection and constructor injection, can you take left and right to interviewer? Can you take left and right to interviewer? I hope you will give solid answer to interviewer. Every point is registered. First point is clear. Setter method, parameterized constructor. Property tag, constructor-arg tag. At the rate auto-void on the top of setter method. At the rate auto-void on the top of parameterized constructor. Tell me, this injection takes place after creating target class object. So bit slow. This injection takes place while creating target class object. Bit faster, right? First target, while performing setter injection on target, it thinks about creating dependent. So first target class object, then dependent class object. Here, first dependent class object. Why? It has to keep dependent class object ready to use it as what? To use while creating target class object. To use while creating target class object. Got it, guys? To simply use while creating target class. Convinced or not? Super, guys, super. Now listen. Okay, now listen, guys. Generally, Amirpet takes vacation, Dasara vacation and Pongal vacation, Ra Babu.